The correct way of counting outs, using the rule of 4 and 2, and calculating pot odds so that you'll be able to make winning decisions at the table. Step 1. Counting outs. Here's an example of counting outs. Suppose my hand is the 6 of spades, 5 of spades. The flop comes down Queen of spades, 3 of diamonds, 7 of spades. In this case, my hand has almost no chance of winning unless it improves. If it does improve, I have a very good chance of winning. First, I see I need any spade to make a flush, or any 4 to make a straight. Notice that the 4 of spades appears twice. I'm careful to only count it one time. I have a total of 12 outs. 12 cards can come that will improve my hand to what I hope will be a winning hand. Step 2. The rule of 4 and 2. After I figure out how many outs I have, I use the rule of 4 and 2 to determine how often I'll make a winning hand. Let's start off with the rule of 4. After the flop, I multiply my number of outs by 4 to determine my chances of making a winning hand. In this case, I have 12 outs. 12 times 4 is 48. Therefore, I have about a 48% chance of improving my hand by the river. The rule of 2. After the turn card, I use the rule of 2. Suppose the turn card comes the 8 of clubs. Now I have 15 outs. All the spades make a flush, the 4s will make a straight, and 9s will also make a straight. I now multiply my number of outs by 2, and that tells me that I've got a 30% chance of catching a winning card on the river. Step 3. Calculating pot odds. After figuring out my chances of winning by using the rule of 4 and 2, I have to calculate the pot odds to make winning decisions. Suppose the pot has $300 in it. My opponent bets $100. Now the pot contains $400. I'm being asked to call $100 to win $400. My pot odds are 400 to 100, or simplifying that, 4 to 1. If I call $100, my $100 chip will represent 1/5 or 20% of the pot. So I need a 20% chance to win to justify calling. Step 4. Making winning decisions. After counting my outs, using the rule of 4 and 2, and figuring out the pot odds, I can make correct winning decisions at the table. This is what it's all about. Suppose I have 5 outs after the flop. 5 times 4 equals 20%. I've got a 20% chance of making my hand. After the bet, there's $200 in the pot. I'm being asked to call 100. I'm getting 2 to 1 pot odds. Therefore, I need a 1 out of 3, or a 33% chance to win to justify calling that $100 bet. I only have a 20% chance of winning, so in this case, folding is the winning decision.
We're here today at the gorgeous Palms Hotel and Casino, where 309 players have ponied up $10,000 to take their chance at winning a piece of the $3 million prize pool. Lady Luck has smiled upon 6 players who will match wits tonight on the felt battlefield. By the end of the night, only 1 player will remain. Only 1 player will claim the championship trophy and $750,000 in cash. This is Final Table Poker.
Hi, I'm Phil Gordon. Winning the World Poker Tour event at Bay 101 was one of the most exciting days of my life. All my hard work and study had finally paid off. Have you ever watched a televised poker tournament and wondered what the players at the table were thinking? Why'd they raise? Why'd they go all in? Why'd they call? Why'd they fold? If so, I think this is going to be the absolute perfect video for you. In this first Expert Insight presentation, you're going to listen in on my thought process as I play at a final table very similar to Bay 101. You're going to experience the excitement and pressure of playing at a final table under the lights and on camera. Most importantly, you're going to learn how I make winning decisions at No Limit Texas Hold'em. I should note that the insights in this video assume that you already know the real basics of Texas Hold'em and poker. But if you need a little brushing up, I would suggest that you go to the Expert Insight website for a great explanation of the game. There's going to be a ton of information covered in this video, so I strongly recommend you find a comfortable playing zone before continuing. I'm going to be playing my A game, and I want you on yours as well. Now let's get out there.
Welcome, everyone, and thanks for joining us. Now let's take a closer look at the 6 players who will be competing in tonight's event.
Okay, we're back with a $1,000 ante, 3 and 6,000 blinds. Harmony has a button.
All right, I'm still in late position. Haven't won a pot yet.
Chris Ferguson, first act. It's up to Butch.
Man, he plays a lot of hands.
Butch makes it 6,000. That's a call.
All right, great hand, big slick. I'm going to raise with this strong hand here and try to get heads up in position against Butch. I want to get more money into the pot right now.
Phil makes it 40,000.
Call.
And Harmony calls.
Harmony, quick call there. I wonder what she's got. That does not make me very happy. My good position here just went out the window.
Not a KW. Passes.
And around to Bruce. Let's hope he doesn't play.
Bruce lays it down. Back to Butch.
I was really hoping to get heads up with Butch, but doesn't look like that's going to happen.
Who passes?
No, not going to happen. Instead, I'm heads up with Harmony out of position. Great.
Phil Gordon.
All right, hoping for an ace or king.
And a flop. 10, 7, 4. 3 different suits. Phil Gordon first.
If I check here, Harmony's going to take advantage of her position and bet no matter what she has. After she bets, I'm not going to know if she actually has a hand or if she's bluffing. Because the flop's only 10 high and has 3 different suits, I'm not afraid to be aggressive. Very often in this spot, the first player to the pot wins.